Hi, this is King of Review. Find the solution for x to the fifth minus 10x to the third plus 2x squared minus 20 equals 0. We'll start by factoring the left-hand side. So we have x to the fifth minus 10x to the third plus 2x squared minus 20 equals 0. To factor the left-hand side, we'll use grouping. In our first group, we'll have x to the fifth minus 10x to the third. And in our second group, we'll have 2x squared minus 20. Now let's factor this first group. We can factor out an x to the third. This gives us x to the third times x squared minus 10. And now for the second group here, we can factor out a 2. This gives us 2 times x squared minus 10. And this is all equal to 0. We see here that we have an x squared minus 10 from the first group and an x squared minus 10 from the second group. This means we can factor out this term. So x squared minus 10 times x to the third plus 2 is equal to 0. Now let's look at the zero product property. This property tells us that if we have a number, let's call it a, and we multiply it by 0, we get 0 for the answer, because a times 0 is equal to 0. This means that if we set either of these two terms equal to 0, we'll get 0 for our answer here. So let's do that. Let's set x squared minus 10 equal to 0, and x to the third plus 2 equal to 0. Now solve for x. We'll add 10 to both sides. So we have x squared is equal to 10. And now taking the square root of both sides, we have x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 10. And now x to the third plus 2 equals 0. Solving for x, well, minus 2 on both sides. This gives us x to the third equals negative 2. And now we'll take the cube root of both sides. So this gives us x is equal to the cube root of negative 2. So we have two answers here. So letter D is correct. Thanks for watching.